Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of, just remembered I need to get my other deck out, but this is for the week of the 21st to the 27th. I am late, so yes, the day that this is posted is for the week that is for. Anyways, let's go straight into your reading, my lovelies. I won't waste your time anymore. Let's see what's going on for you guys for the week, okay? For Scorpio, please. I wanted to get another one. Now, I can sense, well, not that I can sense, what Spirit is telling me here is that we have been a little bit low recently. I think it's because there's been a lot going on around you or inside you that's been making you really unhappy. Now I do see things changing, which we'll dive into, so don't worry. But the happy card came up in reverse, which I only ever take reversals when it is like that. But the good thing is, when it comes up like this, especially in an oracle deck, I don't ever get oracles reversed. So this was new, and of course has to be a message from the universe. But here we have happy in reverse, which is of course, wow. Am I just repeating myself? Let me zoom back in for you, Scorpio. This card came reversed, which of course brings up the opposite. We have not been feeling happy. When I'm asking why, when I was pulling the rest of the cards out, we had chaos and conflict, which is, in a sense, I think you've been going through a bit of self-discovery here, Scorpio. I do see things getting better, but I think it's like you're waiting for the storm to pass. And I also get that you'll find yourself being happier when things settle down a little bit more. If this is going on externally, which we will pick up on in the tarot, then when this kind of blows over, we should try and find happiness in the present, of course. But I do see there's a lot going on around you, so it's very difficult to do that. But finding things that you are happy about will help ground you a little bit more. But of course, you're not going to be happy if shit is really just flying around, like if things are really going down. So I'm going to be realistic and say, I understand. Things will improve. You are learning valid lessons around this because, of course, in a chaos and conflict card, as you can see, these things are breaking away certain beliefs, certain ways of being, a certain part of yourself so that you can discover who you really are. Because a lot of the time we mask ourselves because of the external surroundings. So it kind of feels like this could be to do with people here, which would make a lot of sense because we do have soulmates coming through. So this may be about who you are around people here, Scorpio, and finding out who you really are, realizing that the way you portrayed yourself wasn't really who you were, or you didn't really, I feel like you're just starting to build really good boundaries because you're understanding yourself better. You're learning to be more vulnerable because you're understanding yourself better. Some of you may have had like a mask, or again, I'm going to say a mask for me in this case is more of an armor. You kind of hid yourself so that you wouldn't get hurt. But this is the time of where you're understanding actually this might be what's not making you happy or not making you most vulnerable in relationships that do offer you to be vulnerable. It does make you feel safe. So you're understanding a bit better about this stuff. So again, there's a lot that this can pertain to. So I'm going to carry on pulling the cards out for you, Scorpio. And apologies for going round and round. I got caught in a bit of a over-explaining loop there when it could have been more simple. So maybe that's a lesson for you there too. Scorpio, self-esteem. Yeah, so exactly this. And worry on the bottom of the deck here. Maybe you worried about what you had to offer the world, the offer in relationships. I think it's a lot more than you think. So you're understanding a bit better about yourself, which is good. And I think this is going to make you happier. I think what's made you unhappy, regardless of where it's being triggered, is actually to do with self-esteem here, and actually to do with whether you feel like you're worth something or not, whether you feel like you're, I feel like it's just to do with your image here, which is good because you're removing certain beliefs about your image that actually hid who you are, and certain actions or behaviors or traits that we sometimes carry and act out to hide who we are because we don't feel like it would be accepted. This is all being removed for you, okay? So you can actually be happy in your own skin, be comfortable with your differences, because I think that this is where it comes from. Also with being sensitive, learning to be sensitive. Some of you may have brought a new scent. This could be perfume, or this could be like household stuff. Anyways, I could just smell it. All right, current energy for Scorpio. Six of Cups and a King of Wands. This could be to do with a fire sign. We have the Tower card. Now, again, we have the Wild card coming through. I think you're reflecting on a past separation with somebody. Could be a fire sign. Could be someone who may have been a bit of a player, but not too much of that is coming through. But of course, the King of Wands energy sometimes has that. So, Six of Cups is nostalgia. We are thinking about someone, someone's thinking about you. I think this could just be purely reflection, by the way. This could be like an old friend. This could be an old partner. It could be someone that I feel like they're not in your life at the moment here. But this could be, okay, let's clarify. Yeah, so we have the Three of Pentacles and the Tower card. So we was building something with this person, maybe had a lot of plans with this person, and it all fell through. And usually, I love when this combination comes through, but what's really hard to see is usually we rebuild after the Tower, and I do see you doing that. But I think what you're starting to look at here is where it went wrong and taking accountability for our own side of it. Like, you can't control somebody else, or, you know, apologize on behalf of someone to yourself, which in this case feels like this person maybe wasn't very honest with you or didn't take accountability for their side of this. But regardless, I think you're looking at the foundations of this and where it went wrong, because you were building something with this person. Nothing really materialized. So this could be you wanted to move homes and you were looking for homes together, but then that didn't happen. You could have been wanting children, let's say, for example, and you were planning on it, but it didn't happen. Like, there's something here coming through of where you're looking at you're looking at the relationship with this. You're looking at the dynamic of this. If it's outside of this, maybe you were planning on other things, You're just looking at the foundation of this and why it collapsed, why it went wrong. And if this isn't you, then this is someone else. But this is you. I think you're learning a lesson behind it, so that you don't carry the same energy into another relationship or into another friendship or whatever this is. Okay. Let's have a little look at okay, let's do the blockages for the week, Scorpio. Four of Pentacles. So don't hold on too tightly to this. Just remember, this is the past. We need to let go of anyone in the past as well, by the way. And your blockage is moving forward. Because when we have the Two of Wands, of course, it's about expanding, thinking bigger. Be careful that you're not missing somebody too much, that you want them back, because whatever fell through for a reason. It's here to teach you something about yourself. I'm going to carry on clarifying this in the sense of, for some of you, I don't even want to talk about whether this person comes back just yet. I will look into that maybe at the end of the reading or not at all. So I'm going to be very honest with you, Scorpio, because what seems to be happening here is like, the lesson behind this is Spirit doesn't want you to hold on to this, especially the past. Like, if this relationship or friendship or partnership is ever going to be in your future, it'll be on a very different level. We can't hold on to what happened or who they once was, because in order to accept this back, it has to be very different, because there's a reason why it fell through. There were issues, there were problems, there were things within ourselves that we want healed. Maybe this is why it clashed, so this just isn't the right person for you. So it's more about thinking into the future. The more that we hold on to something or miss the past or hold on to what went wrong, all right, the more we're going to stay stuck in this energy. Four of Pentacles. And this is a lack energy. This is a feeling of, but maybe there was some good things in this, or maybe I should have held on tighter to this. Maybe I should have done, no. Don't do that to yourself, because what you're doing is adding more weight to something that doesn't need that weight, because Two of Wands is, you have a prosperous future. Two of Wands is about thinking bigger, thinking more. So don't get stuck in this energy of holding on to something, okay? Because you want something more. And if this is a relationship that you can carry into the future, because there wasn't, infidelity, all this kind of stuff, then it's a relationship that will have more to offer, because whatever happened in the past happened for a reason. There wasn't a lot of it here. There wasn't, things just didn't move forward. So to remove any blame, I want you to do that, all right? And remove to build your self-esteem is super important, because I think for some of you, you might be taking some blame in this, and I don't want you to do that, or taking things really heavily on yourself. Clarify the Four of Pentacles, please. Seven of Pentacles. So this is like a waiting energy. This is a building energy. Like, what could I have done? Like, I do see here that we need to accept that something fell through. There's a lesson to learn, but don't hold on to it, all right? You don't need to do things the same way. Seven of Pentacles, of course, is a waiting energy. It's keeping yourself stuck to something that may not be the right thing for you. Two of Wands is being blocked here. Is again a sense of being able to move forward and manifest new things. Is being blocked because you're holding on too tightly to an old narrative, to an old way of being, to an old relationship or an old thing. Okay. Like, it's almost like they want you to expand and understand there's a lot more out there that you are deserving of. And maybe this is what is being blocked here subconsciously. Okay, let's clarify the fates here. So for some of you, well, this is you, Scorpio. So this is you being aligned to yourself, being able to manage your emotions a lot better here. But this could definitely be a love interest too. Because we do have the fates and we have soulmates. So there could be someone new coming into your field here. That could be, you might meet them at work or through work. Yeah, soulmates is being clarified by Knight of Swords and the Chariot. So this is coming very quickly, actually. As soon as you start building momentum, it feels like something's going to come in the beginning of a certain journey. So this could be a physical journey. You might meet this person whilst you're actually traveling of some sort, or actually maybe when you're driving, or I don't know. But this could be spiritually, like when you start to move on from something, you gain balance, you gain determination for your future, which is what the Chariot is all about. This is when something's going to come in here very quickly for you, actually. Yeah. Hermit energy, again, a lot of reflecting coming through in to do with your future. You're looking at where you want to be in life. Ten of Pentacles, what kind of home you want, like what kind of future you want, legacy you want to build, especially in terms of your finances here. Some of you may be thinking again about kind of breaking the chains and doing your own thing. This is good if you want to do that. Or having a second stream of income, this is also good for you, Scorpio. You're being asked to be patient here. And I kind of get very motherly energy coming through here from Spirit, actually. Like, it's almost like you're in a very down stage with the Four of Cups where you're not accepting of anything. The Four of Cups is like, you know, when you feel quite jaded or bored or a bit depressed in life, where you're just like, I don't want that. I don't want that either. Like, things that would normally make you happy are just not making you happy right now. And offers that you're getting from people is like, nah, I don't want to do that. You may be spending more time indoors. This is helping you to reflect. But again, don't disassociate from people too much. I think it's still good to tap into reality a little bit here. But we have the Temperance card, so it almost seems like Spirit is coming through to give you an offer that you're not going to be able to refuse here. So it will be good, but be patient here. This could definitely be pertaining to a relationship or some sort of goal that you'll be achieving here. Devil energy clarified with, well, coming out with the Two of Cups. This isn't about a very hot, heated relationship coming through. Just be careful with the Devil card, because it can bring about some codependency. It can bring about, some addictions in a relationship. But in this case, I don't see it being anything too bad, because it's also coming out with the High Priestess. This is more about subconscious issues and maybe some fears as well, because that's what the Devil card can be about. Fears getting involved in the relationship here. Make sure that you create a healthy distance between you and somebody else, because maybe in the past you didn't have that. Because as you can see, these two people were chained to each other. And what we want to do is avoid being chained to someone, all right? So we're not dealing with anyone with controlling issues or anyone who is dragging you down, keeping you stuck. What you want here is someone who lets you be yourself naturally and appreciates every single bit of you, regardless of what that looks like, or, I feel like you're going to be attracting in unless you have someone already who is very accepting of you, who's able to communicate with you. So I feel like these fears and this high priestess, you might need to communicate some of this stuff. Because actually what I can actually see here is maybe we're being a bit defensive or detaching from somebody here without actually explaining to them where this is coming from. So, and again, for those who are single, this is just not your message just yet. I will come towards it in terms of that. But for those who are dealing with someone, I can actually see that you're reaching a milestone with this person here. So any sort of celebration, this is like getting together, this is engagement, this is moving, this is opening up, could even be a milestone here, like really going to a different level is what it feels like here. Page of Swords and a Knight, Page of Pentacles as well, is maybe someone here is, we're on different levels in a sense. So I actually feel like this conversation will bring the two of you to a very different level. Someone may be more triggered or more defensive here because they've been more hurt. Someone may be wanting things to speed up a lot more than the other one. We're finding ways of dealing with things. Someone's more grounded here in this relationship. Someone's more up in the air. I think we can teach each other something, but I think it needs to come from an understanding place. For those who are single, then this is again talking about you will be meeting people, but make sure you understand the difference between just purely lust and actually someone who you can really grow with. Because again, this is an energy you can't grow with, it stays the same. But this is more of a very open, free-flowing, mutual energy and respectful as well as what I'm hearing. We need to remove some fears when it comes down to relationships, listen to your intuition when it comes down to your relationships too. You could get some envy from people. Scorpio doesn't surprise me, but keep doing you. Don't allow criticism or triggers from the past to get in the way of you going into something that is going to be fruitful for you, that is solid, that is successful as well. An S could be significant for your relationships. So I think it's just working on that self-esteem here. So when you know your self-worth, regardless of who comes in, whether it's tricksters, we'll be able to see them straight away. We won't lose ourselves in that manipulation or the tactics here. And if they're a great person, we'll be able to see that, but also keep a healthy distance. Yeah, here we go. A lot of conflict going on, especially in your head here, but the Strength card as a last message is coming through just to tell you, you have the strength to surpass this and to overcome these fears, these worries, and what you're telling yourself here. Because Five of Wands is like a round and round energy of these might be coming from childhood wounds or again, like just some past situations here. But Nine of Swords is the worries, the doubts, the fears, because of certain conflicts, could be blowing them out of proportion or overthinking them. Strength card is saying that we will get through this, so don't worry. Like this is just, sure, there's some things that might need addressing, but the Nine of Swords is more of a sense of like your fears of this is what's really making you overthink. Because there is a successful outcome. I can guarantee that, whether it's with this person or outside of this, either way, you're strong enough to get through this, okay? Three of Wands, it's like a waiting energy for your due karma, for what you've put out into the world. You will be getting that, okay? And for some of you, this is going to be love. All right? Very different kind of love. Let's pull you out some relationship cards. So a lot of you are doing some soul searching when it comes down to your future. Again, don't hold on to past energy, how things were in the past or what things look like, what you were building. It's about looking at what may have gone wrong, but not holding on to that. It's about learning from that and moving forward. And also being appreciative of what you have achieved already because you've done a lot. Your attraction and religious factors. So again, you guys are paying more attention to yourself, which is good. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Beautiful energy, stopping to smell the roses is super important. Religious factors as well. So this actually feels like you guys are really stepping into your belief systems. You guys are really stepping into that spiritual side of yourself here. And by knowing yourself in this way is actually making you more attractive at this time. Love for Scorpio, please. Engagement. So this is your love life is moving to a higher level of commitment. Like for those of you already in a relationship with someone, where things are moving very, quickly, well, not quickly, let's say in a sense of things are moving to the next level. This could definitely be the one here. Doesn't have to be an engagement, but of course some of you could be getting engaged. Congratulations. This could be anything to like moving to the next step. But others of you who are single, the engagement card is just about it moving to a higher level of commitment. So you might meet someone very special that you might end up opening yourself up to. And this could be the one. Okay, let's pull you some tea leaf tarot as well. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. And I felt that be careful, do not take risks. So if you're tempted to act off of this because you're dissatisfied, just be aware of this, all right? Do not take risks whilst you're feeling this way. We have teapot here, so deep friendship with someone of the same sex, so just deep friendship here. Someone with similar energy to you. We have victory and March. Could be a Pisces. What else is in March? Pisces, right? All right, anyways, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I'm pretty sure I had the door go, so I'm gonna go check that out. Love you guys, wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys next time.